Peace through strength made visible.
Air Force One touched down in Malaysia and history shifted. While Schumer shuts down America, Trump just opened up peace in Asia. The Kuala Lumpur Peace Accords, signed, sealed, and delivered. Thailand and Cambodia, they were killing each other for months. 40 dead, hundreds of thousands fleeing their homes. And what? Biden's State Department didn't do anything back then. Well, we broke the story when the mainstream media looked away. Trump, he flew in, sat both sides down, and ended it. This makes 8 wars Trump has stopped. 8. He's averaging 1 a month. The man who they said would start World War III is systematically ending conflicts across the globe. China, oh, they're watching. The whole world is watching. And what they're seeing is American power projected through peace and not weakness. This is how superpowers actually lead. Now, Trump's creating history at 78, proving that age means nothing when you have the right fuel. That's why I trust C60 Evo, the molecule that gave lab animals 90% longer lives. Now, my joint pain disappeared, brain fog cleared, my wife's skin looks incredible, we feel decades younger. This Nobel Prize-winning molecule works at the cellular level where aging happens. Chris Burres perfected it over 30 years in Houston. It's 172 times stronger than vitamin C, and the science is undeniable. The results speak even louder. The link is c60evo.com/NNN, and the code is NNN. It's going to save you some money because making history requires energy. It's linked below. Now, the White House issued a press release just a few hours ago, landed in my inbox. The news broke over the weekend, and it was absolutely historic. President Trump making history in Asia. Peace, prosperity, and power restored, the world witnessing history. President Trump officially opened his Asia tour in Malaysia with a series of monumental victories, brokering the Cambodia-Thailand Peace Accord, eliminating trade barriers, and securing critical minerals deals that will strengthen America's supply chains and global standing. The White House press office confirmed that this peace accord, now officially known as the Kuala Lumpur Peace Accords, brings an end to the border conflict between Cambodia and Thailand, saving lives and restoring stability to Southeast Asia. This is the same conflict that we've been covering for months here at Next News Network. From the front lines of the Chorche village, where my colleague Michael B. Alfaro risked his life to expose the truth, to the halls of power in Washington, where President Trump's decisive leadership turned exposure into action. The White House statement reads, in part, thanks to the decisive leadership and pursuit of peace by the Trump administration, the leaders of Cambodia and Thailand joined President Trump in signing a historic peace agreement to end the military conflict between the two countries, saving millions of lives. The president did not stop there. He signed sweeping trade and critical mineral agreements with Malaysia, Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam, securing billions in new investment, expanding U.S. exports, and putting American workers first. Tariffs will be slashed. Global supply chains strengthened. American-made goods will surge across Asian markets. Critical minerals vital to national security will now flow through trusted partners, not China. This is peace through strength in action, the very doctrine that has defined Trump's presidency and reshaped the world order. The images tell the story. Trump standing shoulder to shoulder with the prime ministers of Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, holding the signed accords that ended the war. Air Force One. After decades of instability, Trump delivered peace. After years of unfair trade, Trump delivered prosperity. After years of weakness, Trump delivered strength. And for the people of Cambodia and Thailand who prayed, marched, and refused to give up, today your prayers have been answered. Thank you, President Trump, for showing the world that peace is possible when America leads again. Here is some imagery from the historic moment when the president signed those peace accords. Look at that historic picture. Look at these beautiful images. Here's another one. World peace, thanks to President Trump. A beautiful moment indeed. Here is the Prime Minister of Cambodia.
Peace saves lives, and this is the wish of our Cambodian people as appreciation for the President. So thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank
you. He saved lives. Very simple. Now, there was a funny moment that actually occurred during the signing. Cambodia and Thailand. Who's going to sit next to President Trump? Now, they may have signed a peace deal, but they're still jockeying for a position. Who can rub shoulders with Trump better? Here's the moment. It's really quite funny. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, that's just too funny. Yeah, that really happened during the signing. Oh my goodness. You can't make this stuff up, man. Like, that's just too funny. Now, during the coverage, our exclusive coverage, Michael got attacked for going there. They said that he was a paid shill. He was inauthentic. He wasn't a real journalist. He attacked me. So we had to bring the receipts. Yeah, sure. Yes, I am a White House correspondent. Michael is, in fact, a radio host. I have been to the White House multiple times, traveled with the White House overseas, but Michael putting his neck on the line. Here, this is one of those moments that changed history.
I don't want to be in that room when he finds out.
Thank you so much.
I don't want to be. When I tell him, I don't want to leave the room.
Yeah.
And when that general over there from Thailand, he thinks he's a tough guy. He's about to find out who's the real boss around here.
We're seeing some of the imagery that world media never showed. But we brought it to you. Michael went there directly.
That these children are going to harm them. No, they're not. What they are doing is they're harassing and they're taking away their freedoms to play freely, and that's not okay. And the President of the United States, President Trump, will find out and will take action. These children deserve to have a safe place to play.
And President Trump did find out. Our reporting reached the White House. And now the peace accord has been officially signed.
Not a war zone. Not a zone where Thai forces can put barbed wire all around where the areas where they play, where they sleep. Not okay. That is not okay. And shame on every single dignitary that came here and not been as outraged as I am today. This needs to be a call of action for these children. I want you to repeat after me. Say, tear, down, this wall, tear, down, this wall. We want peace.
And their cries were heard by the President of the United States. Here's when Michael and I went to South Carolina, Spartanburg, and were welcomed like heroes.
Absolutely. Release it now.
That's the Attorney General of South Carolina who was in our delegation there.
My message to Thailand is very simple. It's not only to release the 18 soldiers that held captively illegally the day after President Trump brokered the ceasefire, but to honor the peace deal by allowing the 5 deceased soldiers to be buried. Their mothers deserve to bury their sons, and it's time that the Thai forces to end the war. Exactly.
Gary, I keep for you, okay? Yeah.
The message was loud and clear. It resonated all the way to the White House. The Cambodia-Thailand border conflict has ended, and a lasting peace will take effect immediately. Michael Alfaro posting this. President Trump is the peace president. ABC News' Martha Raddatz talking about China, who's been boycotting American soybeans, and American farmers have suffered. Let's see. Here is the Trump's New Deal. Let's see. Here's Margot Martin. There's like so much here. This is when Trump arriving in China.
Deal. We'll see. Right now they're paying, I guess, 50% tariff. But we had a great meeting. Okay? It's his birthday today. Did you know that?
No.
He's a very vigorous guy, actually, and I was very impressed. But today's his birthday, so happy birthday. All right? Would you let him know?
So we had a very good meeting, Janice and myself, with our counterpart, the Vice Premier, and we have a framework for President Trump, President Xi to decide on, and we discussed a wide range of things from tariffs, trade, fentanyl, substantial purchase of U.S. agricultural products.
And rare earths.
And rare earths.
Most of
But nothing has been agreed to yet.
How do you feel
But
about
we feel good. I mean, we feel good.
Let's see. We've got some more here. Trump's New Deal flips China's leverage overnight. Former Deputy Assistant Secretary for the U.S. Army Van Hipp discusses Trump's successful brokering of a major peace deal between Thailand and Cambodia and a critical rare earth mineral deal with Malaysia.
Joins me now. And Van, with everything that the average American has to worry about here at home, I'm trying to ask this question on behalf of the person who's sitting there in Florida waking up this morning at 4:51. Why should they care about this deal? Why is it so important?
Well, that deal's important because that entire region is important. The South China Sea, Todd, we've got $5 trillion worth of cargo flows through the South China Sea every year. And let me put that in perspective. That's 1/3 of all maritime trade that's being shipped. That's half of all LNG and 1/3 of all oil. It is vital to the economy of the free world.
When Xi Jinping sees this deal to end the conflict between Cambodia and Thailand, what does he think? What does that do to his mindset, especially when it comes to Taiwan?
I think he expected this, but I think what he knew that we would get some trade agreements there. But I think what caught President Xi flat-footed and what he was not expecting was the critical minerals deal that the president announced with Thailand and Malaysia. And if you notice, Todd, right after that, you had your Chinese and the U.S. negotiators on the sidelines there at the ASEAN conference. All of a sudden, lo and behold, that's when Communist China's top trade negotiator said, oh, we've got a preliminary framework now for a deal. Look, Communist China only does a deal with you when you're holding the cards and they know they've been outfoxed. And I think that's what we've got right here.
Yeah, I mean, look, if we can get these vital critical minerals from Malaysia and Thailand, that really does help, to your point, with leverage, because we are not desperate for what China has anymore. Getting back to the peace agreement, Trump ultimately used the threat of tariffs. He's very, very good at this, to basically say, Cambodia and Thailand, stop your fighting. Will this be how Donald Trump is remembered throughout history? Basically saying, I'm going to use the pen and not the sword to end bloodshed.
He's doing it to end wars, but he's also doing it to get a better deal for the American people. He's the best salesman we've ever had for this country and for the American people. He's doing the same thing in Japan. Prime Minister Takaichi is going to announce a major U.S. investment in the United States when he meets with her tomorrow, and also look for President Lee of South Korea to do the same. In each instance, he's out there on a mission to get the best deal he can for the American people. Look, this president inherited the most complex foreign policy landscape I think a commander-in-chief has ever faced of this country. It is an international chess game, Todd, but I think he is playing it just like that old great world chess champion, the late Bobby Fischer.
Sure. We got about 15 seconds remaining. Your specialty is war. Are we a safer country at the end of this trip, do you think?
Big time, big time. I think President Trump understands that his chief responsibility as commander-in-chief is keeping the American people safe, and he's doing that both at home and abroad.
Former deputy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And if it wasn't for Michael going right directly to that border and uncovering what was going on there, and our coverage, this moment would not be happening. It would not be happening at all. Here's President Trump discussing the peace.
This is one of 8 wars that my administration has ended in just 8 months. We're averaging one a month. There is only one left. Although I heard that Pakistan and Afghanistan have started up, but I'll get that solved very quickly. I know them both, and the Pakistan, the Field Marshal and the Prime Minister are great people, and I have no doubt we're going to get that done quickly. That one started up a few days ago. And I just feel it's something I can do. I do it nicely. I don't need to do it, I guess. But if I can take time and save millions of lives, that's really a great thing. I can't think of anything better to do. But the 8 wars that my administration has ended in just 8 months, there's never been anything like that. Never. There never will be either. This is one of 8 wars.
President Trump ending wars all over the world. Historic piece. This was published by the White House. President Trump, Malaysia's prime minister, hosted the prime ministers of Thailand and Cambodia for the signing of the Kuala Lumpur Peace Accords, a historic peace declaration. You're witnessing history, folks, right there. Beautiful moment. We've been covering this for months and months and months. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Now, I want to share with you something that I received. And it's absolutely beautiful. Let's see. I'm going to share with you a letter that I got. And let's see here. It was sent to me on the 26th. Dear Gary, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You have done something that words can barely capture. You use your platform not for fame or attention, but for truth. You gave our people a voice when the world was not listening, and because of that, you helped make history for Cambodia. Your courage to speak up and stand beside us and to bring awareness to the pain and injustice that our people have faced means more than you will ever know. You helped bring peace to a country that has carried decades of suffering, and your support will forever be remembered by generations to come. I want you to know how deeply we appreciate you, not just as a journalist or a public figure, but as a human being with heart, compassion, and integrity. You did not have to stand with us, but you did. You did not have to use your voice, but you did, and it changed everything. Gary, because of you, our story has been heard across the world. You reminded us that there is still good in humanity, and that one person's voice can move mountains when it is led by truth and conviction. We will always be forever grateful for you, for your bravery, your kindness, and your dedication to standing for what is right. Thank you for helping us make history and for walking beside us as Cambodia finally finds peace. You have gained a Cambodian sister and brother for life, and will always stand with you the same way you stood with us, with deep respect, love, and endless gratitude. Ratha Sat, Lady Vice President, Cambodian Association of South Carolina. To that, from that moment to this, history. You guys watching now helped us by sharing and believing in us and watching on all the platforms. Thank you. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So this is what real leadership looks like. Not endless wars, not regime change, not nation building, peace through strength. Trump didn't send troops to the Thailand-Cambodia border. He sent himself. For such a time as this. He sat down with prime ministers, demanded solutions, and got signatures. The Kuala Lumpur Peace Accord is not just paper, it's proof that American leadership still moves mountains. 8 wars ended in months, rare earth mineral deals secured with Malaysia, China's monopoly broken. We've been covering this brewing conflict for months while CNN obsessed over nonsense. While Democrats play shutdown games, Trump's rewriting the global order. He's showing the world that America doesn't need to drop bombs to project power. We just need to show up with some backbone. Every peace deal weakens China's grip on Asia. Every handshake strengthens America's position. The man's not just making America great again. He's making America indispensable again. So here's a question. Is Trump the greatest peacemaker president in history? Yes or no? Let's have a conversation in the comments. And if you want to support our work, go to the link in the description and grab some merch.